Alright guys, it is New Year's Eve. Cameraman Chase is with me. And as you can hear, the blur is running fantastic. I'm even down here in my pajamas. Alright? So what we did is we pulled out the stock Honda fuel injectors. Now, and this is the right one too. The injector cap was actually broken off, as you can see, and stuck into the intake. So we had to use an easy out to pull it out of the head. Actually, Chase did, and I said, if you can do it, you get 50 bucks. He got it out. So, we also had to replace the stock Honda fuel injector pigtails with GM style pigtails, which we have a bunch of fuel injector wiring harnesses for all the Cadillac 4.9s. So we just clipped them off, put them on, changed the Honda's wiring harness to all new pigtails. We just started it up, and that's the best it's ever ran.
It's beautiful.
Now, you should have seen me and Chase. I am no tuner, but we're trying to go through this and get all this information into the Haltech, and we're like, well, the Honda ECU asks for a bunch of different values. It wants 15 volts, it wants 13 volts, it wants 11, and it wants a 9. So we just divided the difference between each set of numbers to put them in there for the battery voltage versus injector dead time. I think we got it right. It's idling. It knows it's got 1100cc injectors. We didn't go into any of the boost setup tables because we're not running boost right now, and the tuner will be able to set all that up. But listen to it. It is literally the best the Blur has ever run with the K-Series in it. So we'll see you on the next drive.
This thing sounds awesome. Yup. Got room for one? Oh my god, this thing. This seatbelt is, whew.
160. It's warming up.
Ah.
Ready?
Yes, sir. Beautiful.
Hey, we're rolling.
I mean, the interior is all crap, but it's to be expected.
Yeah. Oh, the steering wheel's so far off.
Oh, Lord.
It runs better.
Feels better, too.
The shocks are blown. The coils feel weak. Like that. Did you feel it how it bogged?
Oh boy.
That's in the injectors, I'm guessing. It runs smooth.
It feels smooth.
Wow.
It's not half bad.
Huh? We'll go up to the top of the hill, turn around, come down the hill.
You look like you're having fun.
Oh yeah. Dude, I'm loving this. This is great. This is absolutely great. Go ahead.
Excuse me. Oh, I know who that is too.
And it's running. What do you think? Keep running.
This is awesome.
Isn't it?
I'm just glad this thing's running.
It's running. Let's go down that way.
Oh, you, buddy. Oh, you.
It's running and driving. Oh, I love how it sounds. Let's try third.
Okay.
Third.
Okay.
Fourth. Fifth. All the gears. Dude, I think we got it. What about you?
I think
it's doing everything it needs to do.
I mean, I have no words other than, this is awesome!
This is awesome! It's going through all the gears.
Just fine.
I mean, the alignment's so far off, it's like, it's kind of scary to drive. But I mean, it's doing everything it's supposed to do. What do you think? Oh, the alignment, and you can feel the suspension. The struts are blown because it's like very wallowy. But I mean, dude, this has been the best drive so far. I love it. It's so awesome.
Oh, Lord.
We built it. It works.
I'm related to this.
It's worth it, isn't it?
I mean, it is. All those long nights, busted knuckles and cuts that make all this.
You can tell it's a lot more responsive. It's still not heated up. It's still only 165 degrees. It wants to run. It wants to go.
Well, you want it to run. You want it to
Yeah,
go.
there's that too.
Woo!
The brakes are good. The brakes are good. So what do you think?
Wait, are those brakes the Wheelwood brakes?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's why.
What do you think? We just took the Blur for a drive. It works.
What do you want me to say?
Oh, you hear how it sounds?
Of course! I'm sitting right here with you.
No, but you hear how it revved up? It's like,
Yes. One more time. She's a beast. Not necessarily the best ground to work on. Awesome!
dude, I can't wait to go get this thing too. It sounds so cool. You get that really, a lot of intake noise. Like listen down over here. Ready?
Hear it. Of course.
Dude, this thing is at, it's 185 degrees now. See on the dash?
Here, you get that.
So that's where we're at. I like the shift lights. Watch this. You see the shift lights light up?
Yup. Now it does.
Now it does. Yeah, that's the trunk release.
Maybe it's its remedies to drive, you know?
Driving fixes everything, right?
Almost.
Yeah.
So we do have to get it tuned, and it's just a base tune. And again, this is like a Frankenstein engine. It's an K20A bottom end, RSX Type S pistons and rods. It's a TSX head, TSX intake. It's got 1100cc injectors. It's in a Fiero. There's a whole lot to do to get it tuned to where it drives properly. One of the next steps that we're going to do is I've got to get over DMV. We got to get plates and get this thing registered for the first time in God knows how long. So once we get the registration, I can take it uptown, get it aligned, because, and let's be honest, the driving this is scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can tell it's all over the road. The front shocks are blown. The rear shocks struts are blown, so the car wallows, and you can feel it. So it needs to be stiffened up quite a bit. So we're gonna have to get in there and take care of that. Then we got to figure out and get a schedule to take this in and get it tuned by a professional, because my tuning abilities is just rudimentary at best. All right, Chase, what did you think after how many years that you and I have been working on the Blur? What did it feel like? One, to hear it run and rev it up last night, because you were the one revving it up in the video, and the first drive. What did you think?
I'm not much of a car person, but I don't know much about this. But all I can tell you is it really felt nice. The seat, but how the car drove, I couldn't tell much of the things he was speaking of. To me, it felt very nice to honestly feel that car that I've been working on. I've never actually been in it and drove it for the first time. It felt awesome.
Yeah, the biggest thing you've ever done is sit in it while I push it to steer it, huh?
Yep.
Well, like when we're moving the car around. That's all you've ever done.
Pretty much.
So last night you got the rev it up to red line and hear it bounce off the rev limiter.
We don't talk about that.
Hey, Brian asked for it. And then
That's
now,
my professional, not me.
we just went for what, 10-minute drive?
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, it's like surreal, isn't it?
It is. Words cannot describe that experience that I just had. But all I can tell you is, Vita!
Vita! Oh my God, that was so good. That was the perfect way to end that one. Honestly, it's just little odds and ends that I have to do to the car. I need to talk to Brian and figure out what we're going to start doing about the suspension. The brake bias is off. We still got way too much brake bias, so we need to mess with the Willwood adjustable proportioning valve and put some more pressure toward the back wheels, because it does want to lock up the front wheels. Now, the roads are covered with road salt, so it's easy to lock up the front wheels, but there's a whole lot of little things we need to get doing. Get working on, so you'll just have to see that in the next video. Thanks for watching.